for John J. Reed coming to stage now. Come on, Brooklyn!
Yeah, I think so.
You want me to take your gum?
That's Altoid. Thank you, though. I have got the perfect job. It's absolutely tailor-made for me. I am a director of a charity that provides free emotional support to people with life-threatening illnesses. And we have a beautiful 6,000 square foot loft down in Soho. We provide workshops, seminars, yoga, meditation, therapy, individual and group, body work. Everything we do is free. It was a place founded by Mike Nichols, and now Andy Cohen is our board of directors. It's a beautiful thing. It's a really beautiful thing. And I've been there for 20 some odd years, and I've noticed over that time that there are three types of people that come there. Everything we do is free, as I said, and anybody can come. Kind of an advertisement for all of you. Anybody can come, and consequently, anybody comes, And so there are three types of people that come there. People who have just find it almost impossible to ask for what they need, These are people that on Monday, I'll say, hey, how were you? I'll give them a call, and they'll say, oh, I was in the ER for 24 hours, Sunday night. And I'm like, damn it, why didn't you call? Because we have a crisis line that I man over the weekends. And then there's another type of person who, asks appropriately when they need something. They kind of ask for it, and it's appropriate. And then there's the third type. And Barbara was the third type. And she knows how to ask for stuff, and boy, did she do it well. She really she asks and asks and asks. She came with, she had breast cancer and she had gone away for a while, from the organization, not from the planet. She had gone away for a while, and then she had come back when the cancer metastasized. And she would do things, she was in the Village Nursing Home, if anybody knows, it used to be on 12th Street and Hudson, and now it's luxury condos, duh. And so she would be there, and I'd call and I'd say, hey, Barbara, I'm thinking I'd come over and see you about 2 o'clock. How's that? And she'd say, great. And I'd say, can I bring you anything? And she'd say, yeah, there's this shop down on, just above Perry Street that makes really good Italian sandwiches, but I don't want the grated Parmesan. I'd like the sliced Parmesan. And I'm like, all right, it's 2 blocks out of my way, but it's all right, and we have a discretionary fund for this kind of thing, but it's generally not for, gourmet sandwiches. So I say, okay, I'll be there at 2. How's that? She goes, well, listen, I've really been craving chocolate. And so could you just, the lilac, lilac is, and it's really just 2 blocks out of my way. So I'm like, all right, I'll go to lilac too. And so I'll see you at 2 o'clock. She says, I really would like some ginger ale. And I'm like, no problem. She says, but I'd like the kind that has real ginger in it, And so if you go past the Village Nursing Home to D'Agostino, which is whatever, it's on Horatio and whatever's past, so they have it. So I arrive at her, she's at the Village Nursing Home, as I said. I arrive there with my stuff, 2 o'clock, and there are 2 other people there, both of whom have just armloads of shit, some of which is double. It's exactly what I have, And when she does this, she doesn't say it, but I see in her eyes, gotcha, it's like, gotcha, and she's always doing that, and she did it for the entire 6 years that I knew her, right? So consequently, I kind of kept my distance from her. I never really got too close to her because she gotcha, but eventually she was up at this hospice on, I knew every friggin' hospice in New York City. I had a New York Sports Club membership just because I needed to pee so often walking around town, so I could just go in and use the bathrooms, It's because I knew where every hospice and every hospital was, but this is, of course, the only hospice I'd never heard of. It was brand new, and of course that's where she's going to be. And it's that goddamn 2nd Avenue subway was going in, so I couldn't get to it. It was just a nightmare, But I got there finally, and she's unconscious. And she has oxygen, just the kind that she's not intubated, just the kind that's resting on her nose, right? And so I just decided to sit down. She's unconscious. And listen, if you ever visit somebody in the hospital, really, you don't need to fluff the pillows. You don't need to arrange the flowers. You don't need to ask them a bunch of questions about what the doctor thinks is going to happen to them. You just need to be there. That's all anybody wants, is to know that you're there and they haven't been lost. That's it. So I just sat in the corner and just kind of meditated for about a half hour. And then realized I had to get back down to work. So I get up and I go to the front of, to the head of the bed, and I put my hand on her head, her hair, and I realized that when I do it, it's the first time I've ever touched her, And I hold my hand on the railing, and I lean over her, and I say the things that are, they feel very embarrassing to say right now, but they're kind of, let's say I'm paraphrasing. I didn't really say what I'm about to say, just because it is embarrassing. But he'd say, listen, Barbara, you've done everything you need to do, And I knew all the people in her life, so I said, Brian will be okay, and the dogs that I fucking walked, I don't know how many times, the dogs, the dogs are going to be okay. You can, it's okay. You can go when you want to. And as I'm doing this, I have this in, my back of my mind, this feeling that there's something under my foot, but I totally ignore it. And I just keep going on talking to her and telling her it's okay to go. When I'm done with that, I'm about to turn to leave, and I look down and I realize I'm standing on her oxygen tube. And, and I look around. I'm like, holy shit, But I feel her, and she's still with us. She's still with us, But I swear to God, I thought she was going to wake up and go, gotcha, But I leave, and I get back down to my office, and I'm not there very long when the phone rings, and it's the hospice to tell me that she had passed away. And I put down the phone, and I just started smiling. Because, for that brief moment in our 6 years of knowing each other, I felt just ever so slightly connected to her. And she had done everything she needed to do, including getting me one last time. Thank you.